Gangasagar camp. Okay. Other than Hariom has shared, I think, in the morning. So I request Vikas and Ramaji to share your experience briefly to the group. Okay. So first, I'll request Ramaji, our senior most member, to share her experience of this trip. So please share few words of your experiences to the group.
Pranam, everybody. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Eh,
Hi, Basant. This was my first trip with RPA, and it was Ganga Sagar Karmakshalan camp. So how could I miss it? So it was an amazing experience. We went to Shakti Sthal. Uh, the experience there, the meditation, the people tree that we connected to had awesome energy. And from there, the next day, the same day, we had a fire camp also. The day we reached, the fire karmashalan was done, and there also a lot of cleansing was experienced. Felt very light, and the magic was in the day of water kriya, the day we did the karmashalan in Ganga Sagar, sitting with a Manipur chakra in water. Initially, there were waves coming, and there was a lot of chaos around. But RPA told us this is a test, so just ignore and continue with your sadhana. So as we were doing the kriya, all the dirt went away and the water became so, calm. It was like a pool water. We were sitting and we enjoyed sitting in the Ganges doing in Ganga Sagar doing the kriya. And after that also we sat for a long time. And overall the trip was amazing. Then we had a full moon meditation, which all of you must have viewed as RPA shared it on Google Meet. It was an awesome journey. Lot of insights were shared and lot of release happened where I also got a lot of messages like, where I was not proceeding, like, where I was not progressing. That message came to me through RPA. So I'm very, very grateful. Gratitude to RPA and to the masters and the entire group for accepting me in the family of WeAreOne. Thank you so much. And we look forward to many more such camps, RPA.
God bless you. Vikas, you like to share
Yeah,
few of your experience?
pranam everybody. I think I have only to say excellent. Whatever she said, Roma Didi said. Further to that, I will add. Uh, of course, this Karmshalan and fire kriya and all that. What she said, I have the same opinion. Uh, but my what I want to add is the day it was Guru Purnima celebrated, that day during meditation, I never had before that focus and that peace of mind and total concentration, whatever you call it. This was a first experience in my life to go into that deep meditation. That is what I want to add here. And of course, second at Srirampur, that was amazing when we went to Yukteswar ji's room, that I think altar where the photograph was there, and 21 years back, which I had seen one dream. That dream, I was always confused. Who was that saint in my dream? And this time it was answered. And the name was revealed to me that in that dream the saint was so and so. After 21 years passed, and I came to know about that. And it was such a great experience that somebody is clearly telling me it was this. So clear message from the Yukteswarji Maharaj. I requested him, please tell me, it was you or somebody else? He said, it was not me. It was so and so saint. who came that time, and the message was very clear. Now I don't have any confusion. I shared this with Hari Om and of course with RPA, and it was thrilling. So that is what addition I wanted to make what Romaji has said.
I would
Thank
like
you.
to add here that visiting Yukteswarji's residence was like going back to the roots. It seemed like we felt like we belonged over there, and we've come back home. Like most of us had that feeling. Some expressed, some did not, but the energy was amazing with all the masters, and especially amazing experience which cannot be experienced. From there, we went to Belur Math, and then Dakshineshwar was amazing. We still carry that energy. Amazing trip.
All right. So now, thank you. I'll go into our today's discussion of today's topic. So first, let us understand what is divine feminine energy, what is divine masculine energy. Then we'll and what we call the Shakti that in Indian tradition, and then we'll come to the different the energetic state of Mother Earth, and what is our role, the human being, what is our role in all these things. So that is today's topic of discussion. So first, and the universal consciousness, the one, it was it was in the primordial energy. First, it is formed. It was felt by the universal consciousness, the one, that singularity cannot create anything. It needs the complementary energies, and for the creation, the first complementary energy, what was created, the two, it itself, that self, divided into two different halves of the same whole. And that particular, those energies, one is divine masculine, another is divine feminine. There is a one, but it is two aspects of the energy. The divine masculine energy that represent the light of awareness, the highest level of spiritual light, and divine feminine energy representative of pure love. So this particular, the primordial energy, when we have our own journey back to the source, finally all types of energy will be merged and dissolved, and finally we live it with love and light, which is the representative of the divine feminine and divine masculine energy. So this light is of light of awareness. So, and this pure love, that what created the humanity, the human beings, even everything, the whole creation is created out of pure love energy. So, including humans, and that's why the human being are called prema sarupa. That is a manifestation of pure love. So, in that sense, so we are outcome of the primordial pure love energy and or divine feminine energy. This divine feminine energy, which is operated by the pure love energy in our, so in the Indian tradition, it is named as a Shakti, and the pure light energy, and that is in this Indian tradition Veda, and it is mentioned as a Shiva. So Shiva and Shakti, these are the like complementary half of the all the spiritual energy, ultimate one we have. So as I mentioned that and that is why, as this is coming out of pure love, all kinds of power is in this Indian tradition is the feminine in nature. Like it is shown all the Shakti, like a Durga, Kali, and all this, the the power of that we're using all the feminine. So in the roop, feminine roop has been presented. So Shakti in this sense represents of the power as well as the motherly qualities, loving, caring, nurturing, and this kind of qualities. That is, these two things are embedded into the word Shakti. Shakti means power, is as well as it is the power of pure love. So any kind of power what we normally use plus that, and the light is the awareness. So that forms, that helps us to grow, and finally the merger, that awareness level, that also it's the light. So love and light is the purest form of energy which will ultimately lead us to the oneness. This Shakti, and what we in the traditionally in India it is called, so as I explained, it is actually representation of divine feminine. So how they play into that, they come in phases in the different parts based on the evolution of that life on earth. So we call it Mother Earth. So we are all living, non-living beings, which are Mother Earth is like, it is like the cell of a body of the mother. So we are the part of that. Individually, we are the cells. So Mother Earth, the Mother Earth changes its energy based on the requirement of the different phases, different eras. So in that, there is a massive transition happened last several hundred years. There was a masculine energy which ruled the world. So like brutal power, muscle power, money power, political power, and so on and so forth. So earlier that the phase was who was having the more land. So they are the most powerful. The difference between a king and emperor is emperor having a bigger land. So he is the owner, or he takes care of that biggest pool of the land. So that was a defined masculine energy. But now from 2020, not 2020, 2012, 2012, and 21st of December, that energy, that masculine energy, that shifted towards the divine feminine energy. Earlier it was divine masculine energy which is running the Mother Earth. So whoever is in tune with that, they prosper and they utilize, like as I said, the more power, more, like who has the most powerful army in the world, they are the topmost, most powerful country in the world. But now the energy is shifting, and it is already, the shift has completed, actually last year. So the 10 years it took to complete the transition, and now it is fully settled into that divine feminine energy, which is motherly energy. So now what will happen is, and this is also the transition also from, if you see that the masculine energy, we call it a third dimension energy, physical energy, physical logic, and all those things. And from this 2012 to 2021, this transition, what happened, you can say that is a fourth dimensional energy, which is basically transitionary, means it cannot stay permanently. And now we settled in the fifth dimensional energy, which is governed by the spiritual principles and operated by pure love. So if you say what is, so in that sense, that their religion is humanity, and operating principle is pure love. And this is where it is unity consciousness. Earlier it was duality consciousness. So that's what we have. Mother Earth has already transitioned into that. During the transition period, so all of us, which we have gone through these phases, like third dimensional, fourth, and now fifth, we have been being prepared for this particular phase by Babaji. So those who have already gone into the mode of that operating, open the heart chakra, operating through Kriya and other practices, raise their vibration by stomach breathing and other techniques, and meditated to calm down their mind unnecessarily, not to fall into the trap of fear. Fear is absence of love. So more we become fearful, you understand that we are coming out of the pure love zone, and that's why we're feeling fear. Fear also in the PVF scale, it is a lower negative side of the PVF range. It's less than 250. So fear also drags our energy down. So through our spiritual practices, we have been prepared for this era, which is operated by divine feminine. And whoever has come, whatever be the reason, it is whatever happened in our lives, the reason we come to the spirituality, or we are searching for a long time, not getting proper guidance or understanding, etc., etc. Those are a part of our individual life stories. But finally, we come across and get the proper knowledge and guidance to survive almost that most turbulent period of the history of the humanity, because the last 10 years, so many things happened already, including that the pandemic and all those things. So those are also happened. So the primary reason that it happened to that we have been shut down into our rooms, our houses, primary reason was, I'm saying the higher purpose was that we have undergone a massive cellular level transformation, all of us. And it started from 2012, and then it was supposed to be over by within few years, 3-4 years, but it dragged on because of that. With the humanity, people are too much attached with the previous energy. So they don't want to let it go. They resisted and all. So that's why it is get dragged on. But finally it is completed. And when we are willingly didn't allow it to happen, then finally that by the divine has to put all of us into that phase where we have no other choice than to, environment become cleaner, and the vehicles were stopped, and movement was stopped for a while. Not for a while, actually 2 years. So the reason is that our cellular structure was changed completely. It has gone from the biological to crystalline. So internally, energetically, I'm not saying physically we'll be seeing anything, but like your body cell will suddenly not become stone, but the structure wise, the fundamental structure wise, it has left that biological formations and gone into the crystalline formation. Why it was needed to do that? And it was needed so that we can hold the higher level of energy, which is matching with the fifth dimension. So we know whoever has been, is aware of the electronics and other systems, they know the crystal can hold much, much higher level of energy and power. So the quartz clock and all these kind of things were there developed, and many things are crystal based, which is having more accuracy and holding higher level of energy. So same thing in the human body, we needed that, and the thing was done gradually at our level when we are sleeping. That time we have been undergoing a lot of processes. So that time, sometimes in our last few years' time, you might have feeling sometimes extremely tired, even though did nothing. Sometimes you see the food habit changed, our water intake level changed, our movement changes, our like dislike changes. Some of the things we like food that we didn't like anymore. Some of the places we used to visit, but we don't like that anymore. Something new has come up. I'm not saying we completely become blunt. Also, after that internal process, we are supposed to take rest, like any kind of operation, medical surgery somebody undergoes. Then the doctor recommend to undergo certain rest period, some few weeks of rest, whether it is a hospital and home or whatever. But it is the humanity also, the same thing happened. We are not willing to take rest, and we're going here and there and moving, and too much of traveling, too much of movement. That's why that the world has to come to the lockdown, so that we are forced to take rest. So this also having a lot of other impacts, like earlier we are so busy, we don't have time for our own family, our own friends and all, and this is the time almost everybody has having re-established their contact with their good friends. And whether it is I don't know whether I should say it's a positive or negative direction it is going. A lot of people, whether they are interested or not, they like it or not, they come to the spirituality. Okay, so they have been feeling, if you see that 10 years back there was not much people who are interested in spirituality. Now almost every other person is doing something. I'm not saying everybody is doing Kriya Yoga, but something or other they are practicing, they are into this fold. At least they are interested, inquiring that what it is and all those things. This is the direct product outcome of our cellular level transformation. Otherwise this kind of interest could not have been grown. So on the other hand, those who had still operating in this masculine, the energy thing, like the money power, political power, and all those things, so power grab, by any means, corruption, manipulation, and whatever tools they know. So they are still trying to hold on to that old thing, which is going. It cannot stay anymore. And the more they realize that it is going from their grip, they become behaving mad. Yeah? And this particular thing, aspect, you can see everywhere. That's why it is see that many people, many countries, they're going a lot of upheaval, because the country leadership or something, they are behaving erratic, So because it is direct outcome of this, they cannot catch up with this energy and vibration. Vibration has gone much, much level high. Earlier, I said a few hundred years that the surface vibration of Earth was almost standstill at 7.43 hertz. I'm talking that surface vibration of Earth, like atmosphere vibration on the surface of the Earth. 7.43 hertz is also the brain, the vibration inside our brain also the same earlier. 7.43 or nearby. So that's why it was fine. But Mother Earth has transited from that third dimension to that, and it can be seen directly. The vibration of Mother Earth, surface of the Mother Earth also has grown. It has come minimum 3 to 4 times higher than 7.43 hertz. This particular aspect, it has been monitored. It is scientific monitoring is also happening. The name of this particular thing was the Schumann frequency, SCHUMN, is a German scientist. Schumann resonance was happening, and the Schumann frequency that can be measurable. So that also tells you that what is the highest, the level of vibration has gone up, and that and this kind of thing affect, finally it has been gone into that phase where we have to match with that high level of vibration, just simply to become and quiet. So those who learn something to raise their own vibration, like any spiritual practices and all, so they are basically enjoying that era, because higher vibration is now needed for them to enjoy this whole the atmosphere. And some of them who stuck to the old one, and then slowly they are losing their power, losing the grip. And this has been seen in the multiple areas. Some of them is like in our workspace and all. Those who are stuck in the old type of energy, and those who have already transited, we cannot work with this kind of environment anymore. It becomes too toxic for us who have been already gone into the fifth. So that has been played out different ways. So some of us, we may be resigning, losing the job, or fall into the trap of some mean-mindedness of some people, etc. But anyway, end of the day, the thing is, those things will go. Basically, it is giving a signal. We have to go, just start your so-called future in the other side of the river. So you jump into the river, across it, and then the other side will be there for you. So don't try to hold on somehow into here, somehow manage and all. So it has come to the level where even the managing is not possible. Many of us, we have faced this. There is no logical reason. Something is popping up somehow. And all over the world, if you see the statistic, massive level of resignation and other things are happening. People are quitting job just because they are internally not happy. In the huge amount of the void is being created, but void has been created. There's one part of it. At the same time, also there is a new opportunity coming. Is a whole the thing, the business and the way we do business will change. More loving, caring type of business will come up, and those who are ready with that, they will be running that kind of business, the conscious businesses, and that will be the future. Conscious, cleaner, and this kind of thing will be the thing. There, only the earlier days, it was only the profit making is the topmost priority. Maybe the cost of people, cost of their lives and overwork and all those will not come back again. Now we need to take care of the people. Those who will take care of the people, they will prosper. So they will be attracting the greater talents and things like that. It is happening, but it will take some time to re-establish. Complete transition will take some time. But the already indications are showing up. So, and no one is taking something easily. This is one way it is happening. Another way it is happening is all the organizations, etc., the system particularly, those who have been following so many things secretly, now it is coming up to the surface because vibration has gone up. It is no longer possible to keep it hidden. It is coming and taking its own course. What is happening, it depends upon case to case basis, but coming up into the surface for sure. Those are coming up, and then it's all the recalibration happening, and this kind of things are happening on the Mother Earth itself. It is a sign of, you can say that when it is going to extremely chaotic, then the new systems take birth. And exactly that is what is happening and will happen to this Mother Earth. I have also asked, Babaji about this, why we are facing so many chaos, so many pain and all those kind of things. So first, Babaji said that two things, okay, and not now, it is long back. Now I can realize what he meant by that. So, and first thing is said that you only have chosen soul level to go through this transition. It is a historic event when this third dimensional energy go to fourth and fifth. You cover all three dimensions in one life. We are those who have been chosen to experience this. Okay. Some of the soul waited for 1,000 years to take birth in this period. Okay. So that they can see that in this all the transition. But at the same time, okay, first let me Babaji's things. He said you only chosen, so basically don't complain now. It is a historic, event what is happening. Yeah, it is nothing to do with the liking or disliking, but you only chosen to take part at the particular time so that you experience all these three. Now, number two, regarding this chaos and pain and what we are, the suffering of the people and etc. So that Babaji is telling that humanity is undergoing its labor pain to deliver the golden era. So he said, as it is a labor pain, it cannot be cut short, it cannot be minimized by medicine. Be with pure love, have a trust in this process, and it will be delivered to you. And the moment it is delivered, all your pain will go away like this. Everything will be wiped off. It is just like when mother sees her baby for the first time, she forgets whatever the pain and discomfort she undergone for last 9 months, all gone. Same here. That is Babaji's version. I'm not making it up. That is what, when the golden era is delivered to the humanity, when you just realize that all whatever you have so-called suffering and all will go like this. Yeah. Only thing what it needed to be done, we should have enough strength to withstand this process and withstand this. Like it is the same something as an example giving the medical surgery. So we have to withstand this surgery. Many people, because we are in touch by the Babaji's guidance, that the healing and all, many people we are in touch with. You cannot imagine how many people, even they gone to the stage of extreme depression, even thought of suicidal tendencies. Yeah, those have been saved by Babaji's grace. Those who come into the spiritual, thing, then we can do something about that. Like at least the hope, at least the love, whatever they're looking for. Babaji also said, when I say that whatever the financially, the golden era, you are saying that means day by day we should go into more into prosperity. Today I'm earning X amount of money, then after 1 year it should be 2x and 3x. So that is the prosperity. But it is not. So now it is X, now I have half X. So how is the prosperity is happening? So now Babaji is telling, see, the humanity's problem, whatever is going through, even there is absolutely no problem for the creator to pump huge amount of money, make the money double, and that is not a big deal. The reason is money cannot solve your humanity's problem. There is a distribution desire. Means it's not the total amount of money the human is having. It's a distribution that causing problem. If you pump more money, people having more and more, their wealth get double, triple, but you get still poor. Rest of the humanity will still be poor. So money cannot solve the humanity's problem. Only pure love can. Try to get connected to the infinite source of pure love and distribute that love. That will solve the issue. Even if you're talking about the help, you need not to help them and giving them some money. Give them, channel them pure love. Tell them that this is the way to live. This is the way we are made of. Human being is made of pure love. Just you need to open that field and let them experience themselves. You need not to import pure love and download there. No need. Everybody has that. Only thing that need to be opened up. So rather than distributing money, you distribute how to open up the heart, how to vibrate 500 plus, how to vibrate PVA 500 plus, love and above. That will solve the problem. So exactly that is the Babaji's mission. He is guiding many, many masters, and they are doing exactly the same thing. They know even if this will not last, whatever is having, even if it is something is accumulated, it will not last. It will settle somewhere. So that way to settle somewhere, the path towards has to be gone with a love and gratitude. Love and gratitude to the divine. And if we learn that, then our so-called future is secured. It was already, but it is for us, for understanding wise also, it will be fully secured. Only thing, you open your heart chakra, we operate through the pure love, and that will be ultimately lead us to this kind of conclusion. So as I was mentioning about this, we have undergone a tremendous phase of the change. The change means old one will be wiped out, new one will come in. So wiping out anything is not easy, it's painful. So, but as we don't know what will be the outcome, that's why we become fearful, uncertain, and our faith comes to the test and shaky sometimes. That's normal. It's okay to feel sometimes what will happen to me and all those things. So that's why the masters are telling again and again, don't leave the path of love. If you drop down your vibration, come down from the path of love, you will feel extreme fear and frustration. And that's what our ego wants. Okay. All this kind of thing, media and everything is just they have only one job, to make you fearful. And so once you are fearful, it is easier for anybody to control you. As simple as that. If you're fear running here and there, you come, somebody say, come, I will give, I will give you shelter and security. So you'll go and join there. And that's how people have been manipulated for thousands of years. Yeah? Anyway, this is the time has come. We have to be self-sovereign, like reclaim our energy. Energetically, we are all sovereign. Sovereign like an independent, liberated, fully willing entity, not under control by anything or anyone. This is the form, the indication of the fifth dimensional living, or you can say holistic living, whatever name you call it, higher dimensional living, whatever you call it. This living, this is the one principle. You operate from pure love. You have to drop all types of past conditioning, your educational, social conditioning regarding your past. I'm saying conditioning, and most strong one is your religious conditioning. All need to be dropped. Otherwise, you cannot grow in that. So now, this is the path for way forward to reclaim your energy, and that's why. And now vibration has already gone. Mother Earth is gone. So now when you get prepared, you come down there. Then the new you, that will ultimately lead towards this new era. And this is the year. 2020 is the year for your renewal. It can happen at different time frame, different parts, few before, few after, but it will be there. If you go back to my 2020 New Year message, you can then you listen to that. There we mentioned that even in the beginning of the year, it was a turbulent energy, and slowly it will come down. But actual effect, some positive effect, you will start seeing from August onwards. And you can say today's session is media review of the New Year message, 2022 message, so that you can, if you go through, you will understand what you have faced this time. Even if that time you are not thinking maybe to change something or change the job, somebody say change a house or change the things, or somebody with some, I'm not saying that all bad, something new happened. Somebody got married, some, then some of them, they're, not a new addition to the family or something. All this happened in this period of time. It is equally true. In the last 2 years, many of us has lost many of our near and dear ones, maybe in the name of COVID or whatever. That doesn't matter which was the cause for that. Just for understanding purposes, I'm saying, even though it is painful, but as we have chosen to undergo the 3 period of transition, like we are third dimensional energy, fourth dimensional, and fifth dimensional, all 3. Some souls, they have chosen that because, to do that, you need to have that internal transition from cellular to biological to crystalline structure, I explained. It is not easy to have the same body and like changing it. Like you basically, you are trying to make one, what is called, BMW into Mercedes. It is changing is difficult. Part by part, you have to design, reset and put it there and things like that. So that's what we have chosen, from one model to another. But, or you can say the petrol engine to electric engine. So you need to do a lot of changes into the car model to go into that one. But they have done at soul level, they have chosen at the end of the transition, they will leave their body and come into the new rebirth, into that golden era with fully compliant crystalline body from birth. So that from the day one, they can get the maximum of that energy, highest level of frequency, and they are already come with a conscious. They are spiritually aware and conscious. All this children, whatever, has been born during in this period, like 2000 or maybe, little before than that, to further till down, they already come with the higher level of awareness, the spiritual inclination, and they are already ready. That's why they don't need much of the spiritual practices what we do. You know, they have their own, whether you know it or not, their own way of worshiping, their own way of connecting, and their what we do the meditation of 30, 40 minutes, and they can achieve the same state only by 2 minutes. Okay, so they have built-in hardware. It's not tough for them. Whether say it or not, express it or doesn't matter, but they know it. So I also got so many complaints, what happened to our children, and they are not sitting, they're so restless, after 5 minutes they get up or something. I said, don't worry, it's enough for them. Don't worry about how long they sit, it doesn't matter. Okay, they know how to connect very fast. So, and they have got direct connection and downloading system. So what I'm saying is that even if we can understand your pain, and in the family somebody is lost, and you think that because of COVID it is lost, because of this and that, because of government, because of this, that, or don't worry. It is, nobody can do anything, no matter what name you get it. But it is soul's choice. So that's why many they left. As I explained, it is the end of the transition era. So that's why they left it, and they will come with a new body, new full setup into this golden era. That is why they left us. Okay, so it is their soul's choice. We have to respect that. Of course, it is painful. It is not easy to accept this kind of things. So, and we blame many things like lack of treatment and this and that, but whatever, those are all stories. Story means those are all the bahana to leave the body. So when the soul decided to leave the body, so I'm giving you understanding why you have seen so massive level of death in a short period of time. In the COVID, COVID itself, I think it gone into some millions, right? So the death all over the world. So now this is what that is a root cause of that. The actual reason, the higher understanding of that is, it is because of that. So now regarding this Mother Earth, as I said, is already transitioned. So now we have to catch up with Mother Earth. It will reclaim many things, including environment and other things. So the type of natural calamities also happened. It clearly shows that it is transitioning. It is like going from one to another. And that's why a lot of disturbances, not of forest fires and earthquakes and volcanoes and all, you see, which is not normal. Some temperature rise and things like that. But it will settle. It will settle. It's just a telling that the humanity, that don't go into that so selfish motive that ultimately you come to a level where you're damaging it. So Mother Earth has to take care of it till it is permanently damaged and it is not livable, the planet. That's why it is happening. So that is a better version it is going, but while going, the process is painful. As I said, that it is like a medical surgery. So when you are, say, the stomach is cut or something is cut, it is not very soothing experience, but that was needed. That surgery was needed for the humanity, and that's what we felt. So you can take it is the last battle of all battles. Okay, so this is what we are undergoing. Just little more, so we are almost there. So this is that, and we have been guided. We have been all the time we're guided by that. When COVID has started, I don't know whether you recall or not. Babaji has given a technique to how to save ourselves from this. And this, he said, it is using the sunlight, and there is some Vajrakaya to develop that internal, what is called immunity to face with this kind of pandemic and other things. And these things, whoever has been taken it seriously, they have not got anything, so the COVID or anything, they didn't touch them. I'm one of them, blessed one. We didn't touch this, the COVID. I'm not saying if somebody has they are not spiritual. Then reverse is not true. I'm not trying to say that I'm good and you are not good. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I'm one of the example that worked. So people argue, sunlight was there, for thousands of years. What's the big deal? So what is the Babaji's thing that you sit in the sunlight and that will change everything? There is a difference. Because see, if you say logically, so what happened was, when it came to us, that time all vehicle was stopped, all airline was stopped. So there was no pollution layer on top of us. So all the rays of the sun can come directly and hit our body. This is the uniqueness. Sunlight itself is not. How much we are able to receive earlier is much, much less. Maybe about 40% can reach that time. Even now, again, it is going back to the same, pre-COVID era, that kind of thing. A lot of beneficial rays are filtered out. But that time, because of all the vehicles stopped, airlines stopped, there was a lot of story, from 500 kilometer, people can see the mountain and all those kind of things. So it became clean. And that is the time we received the sunlight, maybe in the rooftop or balcony, in the lockdown condition, wherever possible. So that was the difference, that we got all the sun rays directly unfiltered, and that is the make the change in the cellular level. Also, as a general principle, if you keep the energy of your body high, vibration is high, no any disease cannot enter, because you are vibrating the much, much higher level. So that is also there. So those have impacted. So now this is, as in the New Year message I mentioned, this is the year of renewal, and the force behind the renewal is Shakti. It is a year of Mother Earth, year of Shakti. As in the beginning I explained, it has got a power as well as feminine component, divine feminine component, like loving, caring, and nurturing. So if not already, if you just try to pursue that level, this will open up the door for you for your own future. And then that will lead you to this is golden era. And energetically from August, it will settle. The chaos will come down. So it will go to means you see that so far all you are getting the bad news one after another. So the good news will started coming. Resolutions will come. Even it is possible some kind of unimaginable truce or peace will come down. We will suddenly see two unlike countries, they're signing some treaty on something to stop something. Two previous enemies, they dropped their everything, or their leadership change. The new leadership is a completely different types of approach and things like that. All this going towards the settlement, but to getting the settlement outside, it will take time, because this our physical universe, it takes a lot of energy to change it. So, but more or less, you will see the internal change of within the people, within the organizations, within the countries, within the government. It will come from inside, which will be ultimately reflected into the external thing in future. But inside, you will see a lot of change in approach, change in policies, change in this and that. That will happen. And those all will be those who are aligned to this divine feminine energy or motherly energies, those will prosper. Because people are sick and tired and fed up of all these things, these corruptions and this and war and all these kind of things. No one will support that any longer. So, and it is just a matter of time when those kind of things will be removed and the new one will establish, and which will have the long-term prospect, and the peace will come down. As I was mentioning, the peace of mind is the biggest treasure we can have individually, same as the country, same everywhere. If there is no peace in the country, development is not possible. So similarly, if we have no peace in our mind, then spiritual development not possible. We practice no thought, right? So we practice no thought zone and all. So it is to calm down the mind. If mind is peaceful, development is possible. A higher growth is possible. All these things possible. So this will be understood both internally and externally, and that will be the key factor for the fundamental change, the way we live our lives on the planet Earth. So with this, I will conclude the learning session. So on this topic. So if you have any question, so you can just come forward and ask your question.
I have questions on here.
Yeah.
There's no light, so I'll not be able to switch on the camera. So, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Yeah.
My question is, so whatever changes are happening now, so we'll embrace it happily, or how we'll accept it?
Yeah, it's a good question. Means whether you do it happily or not happily, it's up to you. Okay, but best approach is the go with the flow. It is going in a certain direction, it will take you there. Okay, you need not to do anything. This is a process to learn that how to come out of human doing business to being business. You have to just to be. Then things will happen, and you have to only say yes. It will happen does not mean if I do sit down at home and somebody will come and give everything on my lap. No, it will not happen. What in the spiritual thing is telling you, teaching you to be alert and aware. So opportunities will come, maybe in some disguise. You have to quickly grab that and pursue that. Even though you don't see the results, till end results so far. So my advice is go with the flow. Whatever opportunity comes now, particularly. Last year, my advice was quite opposite. I was telling last year that if something comes up, even that will go. Okay. So don't start anything great, new, and all this kind of thing. That was my last year's advice. But this year, I'm telling you just opposite. Whatever comes in front of you, grab it. Try to make best out of it. Maybe if you try few things, one will click, it's okay. That's normal. That's how it works. But this is a time not to spend sitting and waiting for a better one and better one. No. Even not so good type of opportunity, grab it. Or if some better opportunity come in the future, always you can transit from leave this and go to that one. So that is the right approach now. And now whatever is happening, it will lead you to your right path, which will ultimately will be you are destined for your future in the new era. So that's why it is important for us to be ready for a change. And whenever it will happen to you, it will develop very fast. You will not get much time for thinking and planning and okay, we'll try, maybe wait for 1 month more and see what happens. It's not that. You have to quickly grab, say yes, move forward and see how it happens. Then the next one comes and so on and so forth. So that is the right strategy for now. Okay, Sanika?
Yes, thank you, RPA.
Okay, God bless you. Yes, Indranil?
Yeah, as always, immense gratitude for this unique message of hope, love, and light, and the prognosis that it will come. I was just, thinking about India for a while. And as you spoke about distribution disarray and the masculine energy, probably not divine context of India, just masculine energy, which in the open eye, if we see, probably it embodies itself more in the power and money and those kind of equations as we speak. So you do foresee that there will be a massive change in the coming few years and we will see a different India.
Yeah. See, what I said is externally to make it obvious will take time.
Okay.
Because people are working subsurface. And people who are in the surface, they are just fighting to just hold the last, string, and they are pushing everybody out of the ship so that they are the last one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But who are the conscious one? They know that it is in the darkness. People are throwing people here and there, but they know the land is there. They jump themselves and swimming, and they are already reached the shore. Okay. The ship will sink. Okay. So if you look at the ship and see it is sinking, definitely it will not give a good message. But what I am saying is that those who are aware, they left the ship already.
Okay.
It is sinking anyway. The ship what has been sailed so far. There is a new land, new way of living, and the thing has started there. Whether somebody pushed somebody from the ship, then come to the thing, doesn't matter.
True.
Some of them who are too attached with the ship, they will go with the ship. Some of them, they are forced into the water. They somehow manage and come here in the new shore, and they will be saved. Whoever voluntarily jumped out of the ship, and even though it is dark, they swim with the faith. They have already reached, and they start cultivating. Nobody will sit down quietly. No, they will do whatever necessary things to be done. So they will do and start the new island, the town planning, etc. has already started. So
Right.
phase of it.
True.
So we are looking at the ship and think it is sinking. It is not. There are so many things going on, but it didn't come to the point yet.
So those are the signals, basically.
Yes.
The new urban and few new things.
Internally, many will already
Right.
are in that mode.
Yeah. Awareness is there. Yes. Thank you.
God bless you. Any other question?
RPA, my mother wants to ask you a question in Hindi.
हाँ जी, पूछिए.
हाँ जी महाराज जी, ये मैं जब भी मेडिटेशन करने बैठती हूँ ना, मेरे को नींद आ जाती है. पहले मेरे को ऐसा नहीं था, बीच में मैं बिल्कुल ठीक थी, मैं पूरी मेडिटेशन करती थी. अब बीच में मुझे नींद आने लग गई है. अब ऐसा क्यों हो गया?
अच्छा, ऐसा है कि हम जैसे मेडिटेट करते हैं ना, तो हमारा बॉडी में हीलिंग होता है. ठीक है. जो हीलिंग होता है उसके लिए हम बहुत रिलैक्स हो जाता है, बहुत आराम महसूस करते हैं. एंड जैसे ही हम बॉडी में आराम महसूस करते हैं, नींद ऑटोमेटिकली आ जाते हैं. तो ये कोई गुनाह नहीं है. हाँ, ये बहुत सारे लोगों का होता है. तो मेरा जो सलाह ये है कि आप ऐसा करें कि थोड़ा बहुत नींद आ जाए, ठीक है, लेकिन कंटिन्यू आप चालू रखें इसको. हाँ, तो धीरे धीरे ऐसा एक स्टेज आएगा, आप देखेंगे कि वो नींद कम हो रहा है, अब मतलब नींद नहीं आ रहा है. हाँ, बिकॉज अलर्टनेस में रहना चाहिए. सो धीरे धीरे वो चला जाएगा. हाँ, ये एक चीज है. दूसरा चीज जो है आपको ध्यान में रखना है, आपको सर जो है ना सीधे बैठना चाहिए, थोड़ा सा ऊंचा करके बैठे इसको. ठीक है, ऐसे. और सांसों के ऊपर ध्यान दीजिएगा. अगर सीधे करके बैठेंगे ना तो नींद कम आएंगे. थोड़ा सा पीछे करके, लाइक थोड़ा सा ऐसे झुका के बैठेंगे ना, नींद आने का चांस ज्यादा हो जाते हैं. ठीक है, आप ये दोनों करें, फिर देखें फर्क दिखिएगा. फिर बाद में और कुछ होगा आप सोनिका को बताइए, और मेरा साथ और एक मीटिंग कर लेंगे आपके साथ, आपको फिर हम बता देंगे. ये 2 चीज करके देखिए क्या होता है. ठीक है.
हाँ जी, ठीक है. थैंक यू जी.
ठीक है. गॉड ब्लेस यू. Okay, so if